Hello there. Hi YouTube. Today is Friday and you would expect a UPBA video to go up, but it's not going to because it is a bye week for us, which is amazing. Instead, in its place, we're going to be doing something different and it is going to be a Q&A video. Now, why in the world am I doing a Q&A video? Well, recently on the channel, I have hit 100 subscribers, which is a really awesome milestone that I don't really pay attention to too much, though hitting triple digits is pretty nice. So I want to thank you guys all for the major support. I think as of the recording of this video, I'm up to 105 now, and the views I've been getting on my videos have been insane. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting on the content recently, especially all the Wi-Fi stuff, because that's obviously what I've been doing. I put out a tweet, celebrating that. Speaking of my tweet, my Twitter is in the description below. If you want to go follow that, I post updates there and kind of, talk on there sometimes too about important things. I put a tweet out, celebrating and all that stuff, saying I would be making 2 special videos for 100 subscribers. One of them being the Q&A you are seeing today, and I'm going to be quite frank, I don't know what I'm doing for my second one yet, but I will do a second video at some point in the future. But for today, we're doing this. I want to mention, I mentioned it in my meme battle that involves Spiel last week, that my mic, I just moved it to the left side of my desk as opposed to the right, so it might sound a little bit different in this video, as I was noticing a little bit in testing and kinking with it. But I hope you guys are looking forward to this. I didn't get a crazy amount of questions, but enough for a video, right? And again, the tweet got massive support, so again, thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough. And I'm just gonna go off. I'm not really answering these in any certain order, just kind of how I see it, and I will basically try and get through all of them. So I guess without further ado, here we go. By the way, I'm not doing a face cam. I thought about it, but I'm just too lazy to actually dress up for a camera. And so in that case, I don't know what you guys are going to be seeing on video. It's probably not that important. Just gonna have to hear my beautiful voice talk, right? But anyway, let's get into some of these questions, shall we? First question is from Mid, and he is asking, what is my name and what is my favorite thing to drink?
My name is Jeff.
And it's milk. Anyway, next question is from Aquarius, asking a few here. You can see the screenshot on screen. Most unexpected mon you've enjoyed using recently. Now, there isn't really a clear, definitive answer from me, but if I had to answer Pokemon as of late, it would be Galarian Zapdos. I say this because I used it in my latest 8 PM run, which is not on YouTube, and maybe I'll throw some clips on Zapdos on screen, who knows. And it was really nice to prep with in terms of not many teams have fighting and flying switch-ins of the same type. Like I know in my playoff game against Scythe, he had Rotom Fan, one of the better answers, but not many teams had that, so they either had to predict, they had to run Rocky Helmet on their defensive mon, and it forced a lot of prep out of my opponent. As well, for me, it's so easy to just slap on the team and have a good day there. And it can do a few different things. So I was really a big fan of it, and I do expect to draft that in the future again. How has your shift to Wi-Fi felt so far? Well, considering as of the recording of this, I'm 23-4 in Wi-Fi this gen. I think it's going pretty well, if you ask me. I've been feeling very comfortable on Wi-Fi, and I've been having a really grand old time. Probably going to lose in my UPBA quarterfinals match because I got no confidence going in, but we'll see how that goes. Third and the final question here, because fourth is I love you lots, congrats. Thanks, Aquarius. Favorite Wi-Fi game you've played this gen? Okay, well there's the obligatory me versus Jay in UPA finals. That was a really good game. I put a lot of effort into that, and I feel like my game plan really showed out almost perfect in that game. If I don't include that game, probably my UPA Week 4 game versus Cahoots. That was the team with the G-Max and Teleon, and that was a very close game. Nail biter down to the last turn. I had like 10 seconds on my timer. Cahoots had 1, and it was a really just insane battle, and it's really fun. I might go back and watch it at some point. Third question is from Jed. Jed's got a few questions here. I might throw them all up at once. One is, do you see yourself doing Pokemon YouTube videos for the rest of your life? Do you have a main goal? If so, which is it? Well, the brutal answer is no. I don't expect to be doing this for the rest of my life. In fact, I don't even know how far I'm going to make it into the next few years. Would I do it if I could? Of course. I love doing it. But even then, I'm not the most motivated person in the entire world. And even for something as much as I love Pokemon YouTube, I love making videos for YouTube in Pokemon, right? Even that sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time getting motivated to do, especially just recording. I am a film major, if you guys don't know, and my favorite part of that is editing, and it really shows in these videos too, because editing is my favorite part of making them. Recording, not as much, so sometimes it's a little bit tough. But no, I don't, as much as I would love to. Do I have a main goal? At this point, not really. The whole goal of the channel is just to, document my draft career. At some point, I might recap some of the old seasons I haven't uploaded as kind of like a future thing. But besides that, I don't. Second question, GSP tournament win. I'm going to be frank with you. I have no idea. It was supposed to be last winter, and I canceled it, and I just don't know if I'm doing it in the summer yet. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how busy I get. And the final question is, who's your Pokemon Draft League best friend, and why is it me? Well, I don't really have a definitive best friend at this point, but I will say Jed. Jed was one of the earliest people I met and got close with in this community, so big shout out to him. It was originally this guy called Kai the Otter back in 2016, early 2017 when I first started doing draft. And he left YouTube, and then I took my break, so we kind of went our own separate ways at that point. I came back. I didn't really get too close to anybody up until the end of Ocean League. Shouts to Matt O'Shea. And that's where I met Jed, and he invited me to APM, and then I met through a whole bunch of people there. Next PEBA season, I met a bunch of people, and at that point, I've just grown and grown more. So I've been really a big fan of this community, but I don't have one single best friend. So yeah. Next up is from Puffer saying, congrats, thank you. I have a great question. Why have we not banned Jed yet? Right comment off from Jed's question. Honestly, I have no idea. Biggest simp in the world. Ban Jed, please. Okay, on to Hunby here, asking a few questions. Why are you so amazing? I am pretty sexy, I ain't gonna lie. I wish you guys could see my face on the face cam, but can't really do that right now. Still pretty hot though. What are your thoughts on a Selgor? I actually really do like a Selgor. It is one of those mons, unfortunately, that I haven't really drafted too much because it's always kind of a second thought in my mind. As I say that, I should really get on this thing at some point because it is a very good mon, especially with Third Spray now. It gives it some actual offensive presence late game. Finally, what food do you eat? Well, a few different things, but I get Taco Bell like 3 days a week, let's be real. It's one of my favorite things ever. Lots of mac and cheese. Hot fries. Actually, I have hot fries next to me right now, and I know you just said eat, but I have Mountain Dew with all that. Basically the only thing I drink is Mountain Dew, so yeah, that's kind of a problem. Maybe I should address that at some point, but that's the answer to that question. I am blazing through these questions, though I do still have 2 more questions, and they're both a little bit longer, so we'll see if we can push this up a little bit more. Next one is from Shay. Congrats, thank you. Give me a top 5 heavy bands and top 5 PokeTubers you enjoy watching. I like this question a lot. I'm going to start with the PokeTubers one, just because it's a little bit easier. To be honest with you, and it sounds a little cheesy, almost every PokeTuber I watch at this point is a smaller content creator. I really do enjoy watching my friends grow, and I do watch most of their content like religiously. And I just wanted to, I like to support them. I'll list 5 I probably watch the most. This is not in order. Shay, who asked this, Jack or Gray, Aqua, J, and JB. Obviously, it's just more than those 5. I watch everybody in my sub box and then some. And I've been really enjoying all their content as of late because everyone it provides a different kind of viewing experience, right? Shay, you get all your laughs out. Aqua, you get to learn a bit. Jay, man's talking at the speed of light, so that's always some fun content. Oh, a bunch of different stuff, right? And that's why I really enjoy watching everybody. So that answers that question. Top 5 heavy bands. I will be honest, as of late, I've been listening to a lot of electronic music, so haven't been crazy into heavy stuff recently. Though I can still give you a good answer to this. Spirit Box, definitely number 1 right now. Go check out Spirit Box, one of the best bands, in the scene at the moment. Speaking of that, I was more of a metalcore kid growing up, so that's kind of going to influence this answers I have here. Of Mice and Men's new songs have been absolutely popping. They've been releasing some EPs recently, and I've been just banging to all the songs they've been releasing. They're really good. I've been getting back into Slipknot a little bit more recently, so Slipknot's in there as well. Of course, Attack, duh, can't forget them, of course. I've been listening to all their new stuff. There isn't really a fifth band here. I guess Bring Me to the Horizon. I don't really consider them too heavy anymore, but I still enjoy their music regardless. So I guess I'll throw it on there. Oh, and an honorable mention, just because I want to mention it. Same sort of deal, not really heavy, but Falling in Reverse's new songs have been like masterpieces. They're not really like jam out songs you're gonna headbang to, but more of just so art pieces. They're like very orchestral, right? And they're just so good to listen to if you're in the mood to it. So, I've been jamming out to that. And that answers that question. Finally, from Samuel, do you have a favorite rivalry in draft? And you have one or many. Why is it that or those? And congrats on the milestone. Thank you. I like the way you typed that out there. But this is a really tough question. I just answered a question from Shay, and speaking of that, I think he's going to be the answer to this question here. Mainly because he's a person who I fought more than like twice that I think we still are very even. I have had his number a little bit more recently, but we've had some really good battles in the past and even more recent so, and we're very on par with each other. Sometimes he gets my number, sometimes I get his. I think last time in the UPBA battle where I beat him in 8 turns, I just think he just wasn't prepared for Poltergeist. If he was, that battle would have been way different, like completely different. So, definitely Shay. Me and Aqua's rivalry is starting to heat up a little bit, so I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe facing them again quite soon. And there's a lot of people I can mention, but at that point it's a little bit more one-sided. There's Jed. I've beaten Jed every single time so far. Sorry, Jed. But me and him always have some good battles. On the opposite side, someone like Austrian George, which I haven't battled in a bit, but he usually gets my number, and he's a really good battler. But I do enjoy, getting to fight him as well. And a little bit ago, someone like Zombie, for example, who I used to fight quite a bit. I always enjoyed our battles, but I haven't battled him as of late because he doesn't really do draft anymore. But I could just list off names of people I fought multiple times and enjoyed, but those are, the main answers right there. And, that's answers that, and that's kind of be it for all the questions on this Twitter feed. Thank you for asking. If you did ask, I really appreciate giving me some content. Why not? And I really enjoyed answering some of these questions here. And hopefully, when we reach another milestone soon, we'll be maybe able to do this again, do a special type of video. Who knows? I always love to have these discussions in A, the comment section below if you want to leave some comments, and B, on my Twitter, which I already plugged, but I'm going to plug again because it is really important. I've been using it a lot, and I know a lot of creators, it's better to really branch out, right? So if you just do YouTube and that is it, I'm sure you'll find success, but there's a higher chance you'll do better if you're on other platforms. I have my own Discord in the description below. I have the Twitter I keep mentioning. There's Twitch, though I haven't been streaming as of late. I do want to kind of get back into that, but we'll see. And, I like to spread abroad my options, so that's why I want you guys to go check them out. But again, thank you for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it so much. If I left anything out, I will either put it in text on screen or I'll add another audio portion. Probably in text, to be honest, because I'm lazy to record. And, I will have some draft analysis going up, I think, next week, so make sure to go check out for that. And without further ado, I've got no more plugs. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.